10 airport secrets you need to see before your next trip. Have you ever wondered what airports are really hiding from us? Because behind those overpriced sandwiches, echoey announcements, and mysteriously disappearing luggage carts lies a world of secrets. And today, I'm spilling them all. From the bathroom you should never walk into, to the USB charging port that could literally steal your identity. This isn't just another travel hacks video. These are the dirty tricks, hidden traps, and weird tactics airports and airlines hope you'll never notice. Like why that soft carpet under your feet might be the reason you suddenly bought a neck pillow shaped like a flamingo. So grab your boarding pass and your suspiciously overpriced bottle of water, because here are 10 airport secrets you need to see before your next trip. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around till the end. Tip number 10 is the kind of thing that'll make you stare at your gate agent like, "Are you serious right now?" Tip 1. Never use this airport bathroom. You know those bathrooms right next to your gate? Yeah, the ones everyone heads to after security like it's a race? Avoid them like a middle seat on a 10-hour flight. By midday, those restrooms are a war zone. Overflowing bins, mystery puddles, and a line out the door. They get non-stop traffic, barely any cleaning time, and are often the dirtiest place in the terminal. Pro tip: walk 5 to 10 gates in either direction, or better yet, check near baggage claim or lounges. Those bathrooms? Quiet, cleaner. And, bonus, no awkward eye contact in line. Your shoes, your nose, and your sanity will thank you. Tip 2. The truth about airport carpet. That comfy carpet near your gate? It's not there because the airport cares about your feet. It's there because it cares about your wallet. Airports literally hire design psychologists. Yep, that's a thing. To study how to soften you up just enough to make you spend more money without realizing it. Here's how it works. The carpet makes your brain go, "Oh, it's soft in here. I must be safe. I must be rich. I should buy something." Pair that with warm lighting, slower music, and chairs that cradle your butt like a beanbag, and suddenly you're impulse buying overpriced trail mix and a souvenir keychain you'll lose in 3 days. It's basically shopping hypnosis. They've turned gate areas into luxury traps where you're more likely to let your guard down. And once you relax, boom, the $12 water bottle suddenly makes sense. Studies show relaxed travelers spend 7 to 10% more at airports, and that's before they get lured into the duty-free perfume vortex. So next time you're sitting in a cozy corner, wondering if you need that glittery passport holder, look down. That innocent-looking carpet? It's not your friend. It's a fuzzy little con artist in disguise. Tip 3. Why your luggage could be sent to the wrong country. Imagine this. You land in Italy, but your bag takes a detour to Iceland. Why? Because you left that old destination sticker on your suitcase from 3 trips ago. Airport baggage systems use high-speed scanners to read the barcode on your luggage tags. But if there's more than one barcode stuck on your bag, that fancy machine might have a mini meltdown and pick the wrong one. It's like giving it multiple choice and hoping it doesn't guess C for Canada when you're going to Cancun. Even worse, this usually happens when you're already stressed, like during a tight layover or international connection. One forgotten sticker can send your bag on its own vacation without you. So before your next flight, give your suitcase a good old tag peel. No one wants to spend day 1 of their beach holiday at the lost luggage desk trying to describe their bag like, it's black, with wheels, and bad luck. Tip 4. The pen trick that thieves use on zippers. Think your suitcase is secure because it has a TSA-approved lock? Adorable. Because airport thieves have a trick that's so simple, it's honestly offensive. They take a regular pen, yes, like the one in your junk drawer, and jab it straight into your zipper. That's it. Pop, zip, done. Your bag's wide open like a bag of chips. And here's the kicker. When they're done, they just re-zip it like nothing happened. You won't even know it was opened until you're at your hotel wondering why your underwear is missing and why you suddenly own someone else's curling iron. This move works on most soft-shell luggage with standard zippers. Even if it's locked, the zipper teeth don't care. They just politely step aside for the mighty Bic. If that horrifies you as much as it should, switch to anti-puncture zippers or zipperless hard-shell luggage. Because your suitcase should carry your stuff, not trauma. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video so far, could you do me a quick favor and hit like and subscribe? That would be awesome and really helps out the channel. All right, let's keep going. Number 5. Why your airport outfit might get you flagged. Believe it or not, your airport outfit can actually be what gets you pulled aside at security. TSA isn't just scanning bags, they're scanning vibes. And if you're wearing cargo pants loaded with pockets, a chunky belt buckle, a flowy maxi skirt, or enough jewelry to start your own QVC channel, you're making their job way harder. They'll think, what are you hiding? Snacks? A ferret? A sword? Even edgy t-shirts with cheeky or aggressive slogans can draw unwanted attention, especially if the agent skipped breakfast. The golden rule? Dress like you're meeting your grandma and going through a metal detector. Comfy hoodie, minimal accessories, slip-on shoes. Low drama, low profile. And for the love of travel, leave the 30-hole lace-up boots at home. This isn't a fashion runway, it's a TSA treadmill. Number 6. The delay and gate info trap. Airports don't just delay flights, they delay information. And there's a sneaky reason behind it. Ever been at the airport, scanning the board for your gate, only to see gate info coming soon for what feels like forever? That's not because they're unsure, they know. They're just not telling you, yet. Why? Because as long as you're stuck in terminal limbo, you're more likely to browse shops, grab overpriced snacks, or impulse buy that $34 neck pillow shaped like a sloth. It's retail psychology at 30,000 feet. Now let's talk about flight delays. You know the drill. We're just delayed 30 minutes, then 30 more, and somehow it turns into 3 hours without warning. This isn't random, it's strategy. Airlines drip feed delay info in tiny chunks so you don't get upset all at once. It keeps you from heading to the desk, demanding rebooking, or asking for vouchers. If they said up front it was a 3-hour delay, you'd sprint to the lounge or bolt for another airline. They want you calm and captive. Pro tip: use flight tracking apps like Flight Radar 24 or Flight Aware. If your plane is still chilling in a hangar across the ocean, that 30 minutes claim is about as believable as a $5 airport coffee. So next time you feel like you're being played, it's because you are. The delay isn't an accident, it's marketing. Number 7. That free airport water station? It's hidden on purpose. Here's a fun fact. Yes, airports technically do offer free water refill stations, but they also make them about as easy to find as a unicorn with a boarding pass. Why? Because they're counting on you giving up. They want you tired, dehydrated, and slightly cranky, so you'll fork over $6.99 for a plastic bottle of water that tastes like corporate markup. And it doesn't stop at water. Free yoga rooms, quiet zones, children's play areas, nursing stations, chapels, even mini museums. Many airports offer them. But they don't advertise them clearly. These things are usually hidden down some hallway that looks like it leads to the boiler room. It's basically a psychological trick. Out of sight, out of mind, and into your wallet. So what can you do? Before your flight, check the airport's website or app. Most airports have terminal maps that show where the water refill stations, lounges, and other freebies are. Screenshot them in case Wi-Fi is spotty. Or better yet, ask an employee, but ask the right one. Not the gate agent who's battling 142 passengers. Ask a janitor, shop assistant, or even someone in a vest holding a clipboard. They usually know where the hidden gems are. Being prepared means less spending, fewer headaches, and no $7 regrets. Number 8. Never plug into airport USB ports. It's a trap. We've all been there. Your phone's on 4%, your boarding pass is on your screen, and you finally spot one of those shiny public USB charging ports near your gate. It feels like a gift from the travel gods. But it's actually a trap. That free USB port might be rigged. There's a real thing called juice jacking, where hackers tamper with public charging ports to install malware or steal your personal data the moment you plug in. They can even take full control of your phone. And yep, this is serious enough that the TSA and FBI have both issued official warnings. So here's the fix. Always bring your own wall charger and plug it into a standard electrical outlet. That's the safest way to stay charged without the cyber drama. And if you still want to use a USB port, make sure you carry a USB data blocker. It's a tiny device that allows power to pass through, but completely blocks any data transfer. Think of it as a digital bodyguard for your phone. And yes, some people call it a USB condom. So next time you're tempted by a free charge at the airport, remember, that tiny convenience could come with a massive cost. Number 9. Why you should never test your bag in the sizing bin unless you're sure. You know those little metal sizing bins at check-in or near the gate? Yeah, those are not there to help you. They're a trap. It feels innocent. You're thinking, let me just make sure my bag fits, and you try to slide it in. But the second that suitcase gets stuck, even by a hair, boom, game over. You've just given the gate agent a reason to hit you with a lovely little $80 surprise. It doesn't matter if your bag would have easily fit in the overhead. If it doesn't fit the bin right then and there, it's open season for extra fees. So here's the trick. If you're unsure whether your bag is within the airline's limits, don't test it right in front of the enforcers. Head to an empty gate or a quiet part of the terminal and test it discreetly. And if it's tight, wear a few bulky items or redistribute weight to your personal item. Seriously, this is one of the easiest ways to avoid unnecessary charges, because once you push that bag into the sizing bin, you're basically volunteering to pay extra. Before we get to tip number 10, which is the last one in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around this far. If you've got any airport secrets or travel tips of your own, I'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments below so we can all get smarter together. Number 10. Your seat could be given away before you miss your connection. Imagine this. Your flight lands late. You run like you're auditioning for the next Olympic relay, dodge a family of 5 blocking the moving walkway, and finally make it to your connecting gate, just in time, only to find out your seat has already been given away. How? Welcome to the world of predictive rebooking. Some airlines, like American, use AI systems that guess who's not going to make their connection, and they reassign those seats before the passenger even has a chance to try. It's called proactive seat reassignment, and it's just as brutal as it sounds. Even if you do make it, someone else could be in your seat, and the airline might shrug like, sorry, the system said you wouldn't show. But here's the power move. If this ever happens to you, don't just accept it. Ask if you were involuntarily denied boarding. If the answer is yes, you're entitled to compensation, sometimes in the form of meal vouchers, hotel stays, and even cold hard cash. Airlines are betting you don't know your rights, so prove them wrong. Know the rules, stand your ground, and don't let an algorithm decide your travel fate. Yes, you can actually get kicked off a flight you physically made. Wild, right? There are some must-know tips on how to survive a long flight in economy and some big mistakes passengers are making. I think you'll really enjoy the video on the end screen. See you over there.